Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching Lost. This is the 15th episode of the final season. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in the link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in and enjoy. Speaking about links in the description, we are running our most liked to dislike characters of season 6, as well as our favourite characters throughout the whole entire franchise. 3 votes are allowed, with the next show vote as well on the channel to post after Lost, which will be on the Patreon every single day and the YouTube 5 days a week. So lots of stuff to get your, opinions into, and I can't wait to see in the final episode. Now, last episode, interesting. We had 3 deaths, 3 main characters. Saeed has gone, Sun has gone, Jin has gone. All died because of Locke. Yes, basically we've all been thinking that he needs everybody to get off the island. He's been saying it consistently. It looks like he's been trying to recruit everybody, get them all to one location with him to leave. We all thought that they was basically going to be the next Jacob, well, one of them, you know what I mean, the protector of the island, and he was doing it to remove any possible threat of holding him there, restricting obviously his ability to leave. But it turns out that basically all he needs to do is cross the names off. He just needs to eliminate them, and he got them all in a confined space yesterday. They got in a submarine, didn't they? He managed to switch the backpacks from obviously himself and give it to Jack with a C4 in, and as they got down there, as they were sinking, they'd noticed that the C4's in, as Jack gone to get his med kit to help relieve Kate of a bullet that she's been shot from as he was trying to get onto the sub, and it's there. The time is ticking down, so he's tried to wire it, stop it, and it's just accelerated the timer. We've had Saeed grab it, he's ran down the corridor, he's blown up, you know what I mean, and a big hole in the side of the sub has sent it sinking, and everybody's trying to escape. So he's banged his head, he's been knocked unconscious. Jack's grabbed him, he's tried to get out himself, he saved Sawyer. Jin's trying to save Sun, he's pulling these, all the basically debris that's pinning her against the wall, and it's too late, you know what I mean, it's too hard, the weight, the pressure, it's stuck, and instead of saving himself, which he could have done many of times, and I know last episode I was saying that Saeed's death is kind of unnecessary in terms of the fact that they could have ran through the C4 at the other end of the ship as they knew it was going to blow up, and then escaped. I know that Jin could have escaped, but I give him a pass because of basically he didn't leave his wife. He was there till the very end, and they both died holding each other's hands, which was sad. And like I said, the last 2 deaths of couples, so to speak, the way they done it with Sawyer and Juliet was very good. They built it up, it felt real, it felt sad. I can definitely see people who do get invested and emotional and stuff giving a good cry in both of the 2 deaths, and RIP to them. But like I said, I fully expect them to be in the show because of obviously the story and the parallel universe that we've got going on. Now we know that obviously Jack survived, Hurley survived, and Sawyer survived. Still need to kill them, don't we? Locke still needs to kill them. His plan didn't work 100%. Did take half of the people out though. We didn't actually know which quant it was that the island was looking for, but 2 in 1 hit basically. Killed 2 birds with 1 stone, didn't they? With 1 C4. And we ended the episode with everybody lying on the beach all upset, sad and angry, with Locke telling Claire that he's going to finish what he started. So it's going to be a crazy final few episodes, and I'm excited to see it. Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you did enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode. Was she on the sub, or is this a different time? Oh, she looks like she's pregnant.
Aliquid agrafers. Lem auxilium tibi.
Gracias. Amantibi.
Mi nomen es Claudia.
Oh, can they speak the same language?
That's a lovely name.
Where are the rest of your people?
There's only me.
How long have
Every question I answer will simply lead to another question. Just be grateful you're alive.
There were other people on my ship. I need to
No. If there are other people on the island, I will find them.
It's coming.
Do you reckon it's Jacob or the man in black? Do you reckon that's their mum?
His name is Jacob.
Oh, they're brothers.
Push again. I'm sorry.
Oh. You know, I kind of sense that that would be their parents. Well, that would be one of the mums. Never expecting them to be siblings, though. I wonder why this woman's killed her. You know what I mean? Like, maybe she's starving. She's got to cook her and eat her. She's kind of... Is it a cannibal? I don't really know, but... You know, both of them... I was just thinking then, when he was laying them both down, imagine if he mixed them up. You know what I mean? Like... The person that you're calling Jacob could technically be the other person. It reminded me of Zack and Coda. I don't know if you ever seen the episode where the mum was saying, you know, at birth, she forgot which one was which. And he's like, so I could be Coda and you could be Zack. And it's like, it's pretty funny, really. Because obviously, I wonder how many parents have actually had the kid dress them up. You know what I mean? Because, like, usually you get twins and you have the same outfits. And then you forget which one's which. Do you know what I mean? Are we doing this thing that we done with the Richard episode where we're just having totally different people all episode? That was a decent one, to be fair.
What is it? It's a game. You play it. Will you show me how to play? If you promise not to tell Mother. Why can't we tell her? Because she'll take it away.
Hello, Jacob. Where's your brother?
He's down at the beach, staring out at the ocean.
What were you and your brother doing down at the beach?
Walking.
Do you love me, Jacob?
Yes.
And tell me what happened.
I want to know why she's so, like, against him having a bit of fun.
Jacob told you what I found.
Of course he did.
Can I keep the game?
Of course you can. That's why I left it for you. Where else would it come from?
From somewhere else. Across the sea.
There is nowhere else. The island is all there is.
Mother! We saw people. Men.
How many were there?
3.
They don't belong here. We are here for a reason.
What reason?
It's not time yet.
Mother, what reason?
Come with me. Come, they fight, they destroy.
They come? Come from where?
Another part of the island. You're never to go looking for them. I've made it so you can never hurt each other.
Oh, look at this.
This is the reason we're here. The warmest, brightest light you've ever seen or felt. And we must make sure that no one ever finds it. And if they tried, they could put it out. And if the light goes out here, it goes out everywhere. And so I've protected this place. But I can't protect it forever. It will have to be one of you.
See, that's interesting, but she said that she's done it, something, to make it so that they would never actually die, which is cool because we know that's the case, you know what I mean? In the story that we're watching, we know that's factual. But why could she not do it to herself as well? Why could she not keep herself around for as long as them? And also, it's kind of like if you go to the Vampire Diaries and you go to the originals, like when you turn, so when you become a vampire, you stay the age of when you actually turned. You know what I mean? So like when Niklaus and Elijah transitioned over, they stayed their natural age for the rest of their lives. You know what I mean? And so does Damon and Stefan. Now, these guys, they've obviously gone from being small to an adult and then it's like, kind of like stagnated. Do you know what I mean? Like, but at what point did he just stop growing, if that makes sense? That's interesting as well. And the kid that lot keeps seeing, who's stood in the jungle, who keeps following him all around, and he's viewed a few times, and even Sawyer's seen him, and maybe Ben as well, is Jacob. It's young Jacob. He's following him.
You can't do that, Jacob, because it's against the rules. One day you can make up your own game and everyone else will have to follow your rules.
Oh, you can see their actual mum.
Don't be afraid.
What's wrong? I'm going for a walk to the beach. Why can't Jacob see you?
Because I'm dead. Will you come with me?
Who are they?
They came here 13 years ago. The day before you were born. There are many things across the sea. You come from across the sea, too.
That's not what my mother told me.
She's not your mother. I am.
Thing is, would you believe a ghost, though? You don't even know what a ghost is. Do you know what I mean? It's the first time he's experienced anything.
Come with me. Follow you where? To the people. We're supposed to stay away from them. There are people, Jacob. She lied about everything. All of it. I don't want to go by myself. We can't. Mother loves us. She doesn't love us. Stop! It was all a lie! Stop it! She's not even our mother. Ah! What are you doing? He's leaving. There is another place across the sea. That's where I'm from.
Told you that.
My mother!
I'm your mother.
You killed my mother. She was your mother, too. We don't belong here.
I love you need to know this. Whatever you have been told, you will never be able to leave this island.
I mean, surely that's not how the two brothers fell out. He had his name either. I don't even think he said his name. He said Jacob a few times.
Do you think he'll come back?
No.
You said you killed our mother. Is that true?
Yes. And those people are bad, Jacob. Very bad. I couldn't let you become one of them.
Am I a good mother?
Of course you are.
And why do you love him more than me?
I love you in different ways.
Maybe she loved him more because she knew that he was potentially going to be a problem, so she had to deal with him differently. Do you know what I mean? Oh, they still get on.
You know you visit me.
She never asked about you. I want to know if Mother's right.
Oh, you mean my people. You want to know if they're bad. That woman may be insane, but she's most definitely right about that.
And why are you with them?
Her means to an end. I'm leaving, Jacob.
No, that's impossible. There is no way off the island.
Together, we have discovered places all over this island where metal behaves strangely. When we find one of these sites, we dig.
What are you gonna do when she dies?
She's never gonna die. I don't want to leave this island. It's my home.
Oh, it's not mine.
The thing is, I kind of get where he's coming from. It's like, you know, when you go on vacation or you travel or you're away for a long time, you do like to return home to your own country. Do you know what I mean? It's always good going abroad and going away, but you always want to return. And it's like Jacob there. He's like, I don't want to go away. This is my home. It's like, right, I get it. Do you know what I mean? But it's always good to venture out and explore. You can always return back. I mean, technically, we know that it's pretty much impossible, but like, he doesn't know that, you know what I mean, at this time, and he doesn't know there's a thing out there. So say, like, if I was raised like him on a secluded island with restricted people, and, you know, and I was told that there's another way, basically like Vikings, you know what I mean, when they sail across the sea and they find and explore other kingdoms and other countries, you know what I mean, and they attack and try and obviously raid. They do that and they venture out because they want to explore the world. Do you know what I mean? And it's kind of like this. Like, if I was them, I'm not going to lie, the Manny Black, I would be in his position. You know what I mean? Like, if I did technically find out that my mum was killed and I wasn't from here and there's another place outside of this island, then I would want to go and explore as well. You know what I mean? It's going to be interesting to see how we go from being in this position here, where they've obviously grown up and they've obviously split for 30 years, but still seen each other and been civil, to get to the point and position where he's the monster going around killing everybody and Jacob's a protector and they both don't like each other.
What did he say to you, Jacob?
Said he's finally found a way to leave the island.
I wonder if she's interested in it as well, to be honest. Maybe she thinks that there was never potentially a way to get off.
May I join you? I'm worried.
I spent 30 years searching for that place you brought me as a child. And I walked this island from end to end, not once coming close to finding it. Figuring out how to reach it took a very long time. They have some very interesting ideas about what to do with it.
It's a wheel. We're going to make an opening, and then I'm going to attach that wheel to a system we're building. A system that channels the water and the light. I'll finally be able to leave this place.
How do you know it will work?
I'm special.
I suppose this is goodbye.
He's going to try and kill him, or he's going to kill her because she's going to try.
Goodbye, Mother.
I am so sorry.
Just banged his head right now. What else does she do to him? Or she brought him back? I don't know. You see that where he's sleeping there? Do you reckon that's the caves where they met the bodies?
Do you recognize this place?
The light.
You're going to protect it now. It's the source, the heart of the island. Just promise me. No matter what you do, you won't ever go down there.
Would I die?
You'd be worse than dying, Jacob. No. Drink this.
What happens if I do?
You accept the responsibility that you will protect this place for as long as you can.
Jer?
My time is over.
Why? Why is your
It
time
has to
over?
be you, Jacob.
No, it doesn't. You wanted it to be him.
It was always supposed to be you, Jacob. Now, you and I are the same.
You know what I mean? Like, it makes you think that whatever's in that cup is whatever gives you sort of immortality, because did he not technically give Richard some of that when they were sat down on the beach? You know, he did use the... He had that wine thing as the analogy, he put the cork on it in it, and then maybe he was getting him to swig some of it, and that's how he got his powers. And I don't know if basically at the end, do you remember when he went and gave it his brother and he smashed it on the rock or something? Basically, I said maybe that was the analogy of him, like, trying to smash and break through the island, but I don't know. The next person that's supposed to take over from Jacob, do they need to drink a bit of it? Maybe they go to that location and lick the rock or something. I actually have no idea. I mean, it's interesting again, you know, this season, we've chosen to have 2 pretty much full episodes of non-main cast and, like, other backstories. And I'm not going to lie, though, I've enjoyed both of them. The Richard one was really good. I feel like the Richard one was probably the best one. But this has been interesting as well. And I've got to call stuff out when they say stuff and then you see stuff. Like, the Man in Black literally just said that he searched the whole entire island for, like, 30 years from when he was a little kid to try and find this light source. And he's never been able to find it. He said that the only way they've done it is he's found these magnetic things, you know, where metal keeps sticking, because obviously they don't really know the terminology, did they? And they've been digging, and obviously he's dug out that rock and he's seen the light. But then that's basically him saying that he couldn't find it and he searched for it all his life. Yet 2 minutes later, his mum's just walking with Jacob to an open cave where it's dead easy to see. Doesn't make sense to me, that. Literally, it doesn't. But take it for what it is. He said that you can't go in there. Basically, if you do, it's worse than death. That's what I'm saying that has happened to him then. What I'm saying is, he's gone. He's done what he said. He's made the hole bigger. He's got his wheel. He's got whatever's. He's gone into the light, and it's made him the person that he is today. That's what I'm saying, how he become the monster. I mean, it's interesting how his mum's just knocked him out and then just kind of like just left him. Didn't really do anything to him. Oh, she destroyed the entrance. Oh, she did. How's she done that? Oh, has she gone and killed everyone? I mean, his mum's pretty savage, ain't she? Let's be honest. It's interesting getting somebody's backstory because they kind of made him evil.
Why wouldn't you let me leave, Mother?
I love you. Thank you.
Oh, she couldn't kill herself. She needed somebody else to kill her.
Jacob, what did you do? What did you do?
I mean, technically, he's wanted to go in there himself. He's kind of giving him what he wanted.
You want to leave this place, brother? Then go.
Oh, he just knocked him out and he's just drifted in there. So he did enter it, but in a different way than I expected. It is interesting because look, he's caring for him now. He's obviously going to wake up and be fuming at him, isn't he? Or maybe not. Maybe he's died. I don't really know. Maybe it is the 2 bodies that we seen in the cave. It was his mum's and his brother's. Wow, Jack looks so different there. Mad. He looked dead young.
Who are they?
Where would they come from?
Did you guys shoot a polar bear last week?
Hello? Anybody there?
Who were these men? Actually, one of them's female.
Our very own Adam and Eve. Goodbye.
See, the thing is, we know that, see, his episode's ended. We know that obviously he's not dead and he's back and he's in Locke's body. But what I am trying to think is, previously on Lost, you know what I mean? Like in one of the episodes, like I said, when he went and gave him the wine glass, when he smashed it, he was speaking to his brother in the form of his brother. You know what I mean? So like, the one that he just laid to rest there, he's actually been roaming the island as him present self. In that Richard episode, you know what I mean? He was there. He was going around. He was the one that proposed, you know, to basically join his side instead of joining Jacob's. And let's be honest, right? You know, you take everything as it comes. You take an episode at a time. And, you know, you push back different information. And, like, the Locke that we see in today's episode is a different one than we see here, obviously, in this background story. I've got to say, in this story, he hasn't done anything bad at all. Like, if you watch well, obviously he did with me, this full episode, you would see that he's grown up. Basically, his mum come to the island as everybody else who was shipwrecked. She had the babies. She was killed by their mum. He was brought up. Then he's obviously seen the ghost of his mum, who's told him that that's not technically his mum, these are his people. And he said, look, I'm leaving. And then he's left. And then all this time, all he's ever wanted to do is return back to where he's actually technically from. Let's just call it the mainland. Do you know what I mean? So, like, he's here on the island and he knows that out in the mainland, you know, there's more life. That's where he's from. That's where his mum's told him. He's not technically born here. And all he's ever wanted to do is leave. Throughout this whole episode, he hasn't done anything bad. Basically, you know, as he was growing up, he was still spending time with Jacob. He was still playing games, you know what I mean? He was still with his people. He was still digging, do you know what I mean? He was trying to find the source of the light and all of that stuff. And if you follow the episode, his mum's kind of been against him this whole time. And he actually hasn't done anything bad. You know, he basically shown her what he wanted to do and his intentions. And she attacked him. And then, obviously, he's retaliating and killed his mum. Now, you could say, oh, yeah, he killed his mum. But let's be honest, you know, he just retaliated because his mum killed him and then killed all of his people. You know what I mean? And then he's just come and killed her. And I don't know if she wanted to die. I don't know if she needed somebody else to kill him the way Jacob needed somebody else to kind of kill him. You know, they couldn't kill themselves like Richard. But she's transferred her powers over to Jacob. He's come in and killed her. They've had a fight. He's then threw him into the light. He's turned into the monster and he's just laid him to rest at the end. So, like, in my personal opinion, based on this one episode, obviously we've seen a lot do crazy stuff, obviously, throughout the season, kill loads of innocent people and, you know, try to dominate and rule everybody. But, like, yeah, all he wants to do is leave the island that he's never been able to leave before. And he was brought here, like the others, really, like, not truly intentionally born there, if you know what I mean. And he's always just tried to go back to where he's from. And in this story, in today's episode, I personally don't think he's done anything bad. So, I'd be interested to see what your guys' views are on his position, just based on this episode alone. You know what I mean? Don't think of the character that we've seen all season and all the actions that we know that he's done. Just in today's episode and the square segment of the 45 minutes that we just watched, do you think that he done anything bad in terms of finding out who he is, what he wants, you know what I mean, and to leave? Do you think the retaliation of killing his mum was okay, considering, you know, she just destroyed everything you've been working for and killed all of your people? Because I technically do, if I'm being honest. It'd be really interesting to see your guys' opinions. Okay, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking it out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you're not yet voted for your most likely to dislike characters of this season, as well as your favourite characters throughout the whole franchise, please do. You know, we've only got 3 episodes left. Well, technically 2, and then it's going to be revealed in the next episode. Because this is 15, so we've got 16 and 17, so that's 2. 18 is a finale, so basically if you want to see your results in that final episode, you've only got today and 2 more days to get that in, and then it will be obviously shown. So please do get doing that if you're interested in seeing the results in the final episode. Now today, again, I thought it was an interesting approach. The fact that, you know, last episode we had the death of Jinsun and Saeed, and then obviously we had Locke saying that he was going to finish what he started, which was basically trying to kill Jack, Hurley, Kate, and Sawyer. Well, not really Kate, she's not part of it, but they're on the beach, and we've seen them all crying, and, you know, we're still not seeing Ben and Richard and Miles, where they've gone to get their weapons to obviously come back and try and destroy the plane and stop Locke. But yeah, like I said, after revealing Desmond was still alive as well, the madness of last episode, it was just gone. And we've just had a totally different one. And we've had the story of Jacob, we've had the story of his brother, which we still haven't been told a fully fledged name, and how they become who they are today. And, you know, I've been asking those questions, and I did say, you know, for myself, I'm not going to moan. I'll only do that if we get to the final episode of the season and nothing gets revealed to us about how they get into the positions that they currently are. Well, at least today, we're getting that, obviously, signed, sealed, and delivered to us. It's been put in a post box, and it's been sent, and we've just found it today, opened it up, and there is the information that we've been waiting for. It's all been detailed to us that they're on the island, their mum arrived here, you know, he's been given his powers, been transferred from his parents over to him, basically by drinking the wine, I believe. Hopefully I got that right. And he's become the monster by going in there, absorbing the light, and obviously she said that it was worse than death, and that is obviously the position that he has taken. Now, I've got to be honest, if I could be one or the other, I would be Lock Me. Like, I think the fact that he's pretty much got the same powers as Jacob, but he could dash around the island as this ghost or whatever, you know what I mean? It's interesting. But his mum's been killed, she's died. I like how we referenced it was them two in the caves as well. I kind of got it before it was revealed, which is good. And I like seeing the little flashbacks of season 1 because, mate, Jack and Kate look so young. I mean, I feel like Kate looks kind of young still in this season. Like, but in season 1, she's baby-faced. She must have been 18, 19, dead young, very young. Jack now, if you look, he's kind of got grey in his hair and the grey beard. You know what I mean? His stats are coming up here anyway. His hair's longer. I prefer it longer anyway. To be honest, though, flicking back to that season 1 when it was dead short, I thought it actually looked alright in that little flashback thing there. But it's good that we tied it all in. I feel like it's mad how we committed to Locke having a cut on his face as well. I said that at the time before in the show. I'll say it again now. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't have to give him that cut, and they have committed to, how many episodes is there? 121, 23 or something? It's madness, you know what I mean? But I really like Locke as a character. Want to see, obviously, what he wants to do now for the rest of the show. To be honest, you know, when you look at it and you see it, and I kind of like, my opinion kind of changed on Locke. Like, I kind of want him to get off the island and experience the rest of the world. We've been told consistently that he wants to go and destroy the whole world. It'd be the end of everything. But like, in today's episode, all he ever wanted to do is just go back to where he was from. And I don't think, in my personal opinion, that I can remember that we've ever actually had off Locke or the Man in Black himself his true intention of why he wants to get off the island more than I want to leave this place. You know what I mean? Like, we have been told off other people that he wants to destroy the world and it be the end of everybody. Do you know what I mean? And everything. But, like, that's never actually been revealed from him. You know, all I've ever been told off him is he just wants to get off the island. And, yeah, okay, on the island, he's doing all this stuff, killing everybody, but that's only because he's trying to free himself off the chains. If that makes sense, it doesn't mean that that's how he's going to be once he leaves. And I would actually like to see how he would react if he actually did leave, and how he would cope in the modern world, and how everybody would be different. And, you know what I mean, being in an environment of buildings and cars and lights and stuff like that. It's like when somebody gets put in prison for 20 years and they come out and they get like an iPhone, and they're well confused because when he went in prison they had a phone like this big, do you know what I mean, with numbers on it and all that. So it's interesting to see people adapt to different environments. But yeah, personally, watching it in today's episode, I don't think Locke or the Man in Black did anything bad, and it was kind of ruthless what happened to him, and obviously the way he was kind of treated. And I can kind of understand the position that he's kind of got to today. I would like to see, obviously, a bit more of him waking up and becoming kind of enemies with his brother, if that makes sense, and how he become the form of his natural self, and what happened to not be in that form anymore. You know what I mean? Because last episode or the one before, we was told that he did take the form of Jack's dad, an empty carcass, do you know what I mean? And he was the one that led him to kind of the caves where he was, for the water. And basically he was saying all he's ever tried to do is help them. And then obviously we've seen again he's housed another body, an empty carcass of Locke, and that's who he currently is. But we have seen, like I said, in the Richard story, when he arrived on the island, speaking to him as his physical, natural self-born self. So it's going to be interesting to see if that ever gets addressed. But that's where we currently are. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please smash like, really helps out. Subscribe if you do. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.